He calls himself a sovereign citizen, claims the court has no authority over him, and argues that copyright law protects his name. Now, facing multiple bond violations and pending felony charges, Drew Peller steps into court, but will his legal theories hold, or will the system remind him that the rules still apply? This is a courtroom clash you don't want to miss.
I don't know.
All right, so we have Mr. Peltola here.
Ma'am, I'll
you
give
hear
you my name and can prove charges exist. If not, I'll step behind the bar underneath copyright law.
All right, hold on. I'll call your case and I'll give you the floor.
Just page one.
Just page one, if you would, please. Thank you. All right, people of the state of Michigan versus Drew James Peltola, files 24-7831 SM and file 24-7819 SM. Mr. Peltola appears from the Dickinson County Jail. Counsel
Appellation known as Drew James Peltola appears before you as an entity.
Hold on a minute. Just let me make the appearances, and I'm going to give you the floor, okay? In regard to the matter, Nancy Schaub is here as both his counsel on the underlying file on 24-7819 SM, as well as the first bond violation. She's here as CAFA counsel on bond violation number 2 in this file.
The hearing begins. Judge calls the case, the people of the state of Michigan versus Drew James Peller. Appearing remotely from the Dickinson County Jail, Mr. Peller's tone is calm but defiant. His attorney and the prosecutor both announce their presence. The judge maintains control, giving Peller the floor, a decision that will soon test patience and protocol.
This file, as well as a new file of 7831 SM. Kristen Cass is here on behalf of the prosecutor's office. Drew Peltola, I'm going to give you an opportunity now to say whatever you want to say. Go ahead.
Ma'am, I was trying to get a ride to court this morning. This bond violation.
Wait, sir. I don't want you to talk about the underlying charges. I wanted you to say whatever you wanted to say. I thought you started to say some sovereign citizen information that you wanted to make a record of.
I am an American non-citizen national that's defined in the United States Code. And I do believe that underneath copyright, once my name is copyrighted through the Daily News, once I put that copyright on your paperwork, that's something called copyright impoundment. That means that under Erie Railroad versus Tompkins, the fictitious entity under due process of law does not apply to my sui juris living being.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to state for the record concerning this issue then, Mr. Peltola?
When given the chance to speak, Peller launches into unusual legal theories. He claims his name is copyrighted and declares himself an American non-citizen national. The judge listens carefully but keeps the focus on court procedure. It's a tense exchange. Logic meets ideology in a courtroom bound by law.
Peltola.
No, there's not, Your Honor. I would just like to be released again on a PR bond. You have expedition charges. I'm asking the courts to please release me on a PR bond again, and I'll continue to abide by court rules and stay off the drugs and try to maintain my court dates.
All right. In regard to the matter, then, Mr. Peltola, I have an advice of rights and plea, and for the record, I will acknowledge your comments, your objections in respect to the court's jurisdiction and whatnot are noted for the record concerning your position regarding your status with the court. All your rights are preserved. In regard to the matter, did you understand the advice of rights and plea information form as it was then, Mr. Peltola?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
How about the bond violation arraignment hearing form? Did you understand that?
I do not have it in my hands, but I read it, and yes, I fully understand.
All right, it's signed by you. Today's date. Did you sign it?
Yes, I did. It also, Brad.
The judge redirects the conversation, asking Peller to confirm if he understands the rights and plea forms. Peller responds respectfully, yes, he understands, yes, he signed them. The judge proceeds methodically, ensuring the record remains clear and complete.
I did it also, Brad. Yes, I did, ma'am.
All right, then, in regard to the matter, I also have a waiver of extradition here. I'm going to just go back over what it means to sign one of those. And let me start by saying, so long as you come back to court voluntarily for all your court appearances, this does not become relevant. But if you didn't come back to court, normally you're entitled to what's called an extradition hearing before you are returned to Michigan. And the purpose of an extradition hearing allows you to challenge the legality of your arrest and return to Michigan to fight the underlying charges. And the bond violation Now with the new bond violation, are we going to set both bond violations together, or do you want to proceed on the first one today?
I would like to set both of them together, I think in the interest of justice, and prosecutor had made an offer on the original file, and I think they will be making a new offer. And I think, in light of that, it would be best.
Attention turns to bond violations. The defense suggests handling multiple violations together, citing fairness and efficiency. The prosecutor agrees. The tone in the courtroom softens for a moment, a rare pause in an otherwise confrontational hearing.
It would be best to adjourn those matters on violations in that file.
So we have a jury trial set for March 8th in that matter. All right, did you wish to be heard on bond then on the newest bond violation as well as the new underlying charge?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, the newest bond violation predates the previous bond violation. The first bond violation is alleged to have occurred on February 22nd. This current bond violation that is being rained on today is alleged to have occurred on February 19th. And in light of that, I would ask the court to consider setting either a reasonable bond or, again, a PR bond. In discussing this matter with Mr. Peltola,
the defense asks for leniency. They note Pella's upcoming case in Wisconsin and request a personal recognizance bond. It's a plea for trust, a hope that the court will give one more chance. But the judge's notes reveal a pattern, repeated violations and escalating behavior.
He does have criminal matters pending in Brown County, and there is a court date on Monday in that case. It looks like from the lien printout, he may have had some issues either in the past or currently appearing in court. And I'd like to be able to have Mr. Peltola be able to take care of that matter. It looks like it's a more serious matter than the matters in this court. If he can make those arrangements to get down to Green Bay to take care of that. He's given me the name of his attorney, and I intend to contact that attorney and see what Mr. Peltola needs to be doing with regard to that case. So if the court does not grant a bond that he can post, perhaps we can make arrangements for him to appear from the jail here.
All right, concerning the matter then, I have some concerns regarding Mr. Peltola.
The judge recalls a troubling timeline. Just weeks earlier, Pella faced public intoxication and repeated bond violations. Despite earlier warnings, he returned with new charges. The courtroom feels heavier now, the tone shifts from consideration to concern.
Peltola, he seems to be on a spiral. This started with a disorderly drunk on February 4th in a public place. I saw him on February 5th. I set his bond terms. I saw him back on February 12th, with a .236 on a preliminary breath test. I set bond at that time on the bond violation and the underlying. And the reason I told him then that I was going to give him the break is that normally I see people in between, they get arraigned, I give them the warning, and then they come back on a bond violation. He had not had the warning in between because he violated his bond so quickly that I saw him all at once. So I told Mr. Peltola at that time that I would set the bond at a 1,000 PR, but understand that if he came back again, he would leave me no opportunity or new choice. So here we are.
Detailed records emerge. 2 felony cases in Wisconsin, both pending. Drug-related charges, bond issues, missed court dates. The judge's voice carries a mix of frustration and duty, every fact pushing toward a single conclusion. Risk is rising, and accountability is due.
So here we are, not even a week later, on February 19th, stealing alcohol from the Norway Quick Stop, involving another bond violation as well as a new underlying charge that I'm free to assume is true for purposes of setting bond. So for purposes of setting bond today, then for the following reasons, and in regard to his Wisconsin matters, very serious matters, He's got 2 felonies pending in Brown County from 2023. The first one alleges possession of narcotic drugs, a felony, possession of a controlled substance on or near certain places with a modifier, carrying a concealed knife, possession of drug paraphernalia. That case has been pending through for quite some time. And he has a court date for a status conference scheduled for February 26th at 11 a.m. Then, so the date of this offense was filing date of 2/10 of 2023.
Bond conditions are set. Pella must avoid alcohol, controlled substances, and certain public places. He may travel to Wisconsin only for legal matters. The judge's voice remains steady, formal, and clear. Boundaries are now drawn, and the law is speaking firmly.
He's got a filing date of March 15th of 2023 in Brown County. Another felony alleging bail jumping as well as possession of drug paraphernalia. Likewise, that has a court date at the same date and the same time as the other pending felony.
I think that is part of the other pending felony. They charge it as a separate offense, but
It's a separate case. Total separate case, total separate charges, total separate bond, total separate court dates. This is file 23 CF 448. The first one is 23 CF 240. So in respect to the matter, my point being for purposes of setting bond, Mr. Peltola has some substance abuse issues going on. He's got numerous cases pending in Wisconsin as well as now here. In regard to the matter, Mr. Peltola, I'm going to direct you to talk to your lawyer. I'm setting bond concerning the new theft case. Then the conditions are going to be as follows. Mr. Peltola may not enter into the Norway Quick Stop as a condition of his release. He is not to purchase, possess, or consume alcohol or non-prescribed controlled substances. Mr. Peltola is subject to random PBTs and drug screens. Mr. Peltola may not go in any businesses that sell alcohol for use inside, such as bars and taverns. Recreational and medicinal marijuana use and possession are prohibited until or unless further order of the court. Conditioned on him signing that waiver of extradition, which I do have in the file, I will allow him to go back and forth to Wisconsin for purposes of court hearings and or meeting with his attorney. If
in residency, he lives in Wisconsin.
in residency, no, he lives in Vulcan, or he says Vulcan. Is that just your
Bracketed.
mailing address?
Yes, we can do it like that if you choose to.
Discussion shifts to Pella's residence and mailing address. Confusion follows unregistered buildings, unclear locations, shifting explanations. The judge presses for clarity. Beneath the formality, the tension builds again. Is Pella following the system or challenging it?
Well, where is your residency?
My residency and my domicile.
And that's your mailing address, though?
Yes, but the problem is that building's not registered anywhere. I had to go to the post office and I had something mailed and they told me that my mail was being returned and because there's no actual mailboxes in the building.
All right, so I got 2 issues I need to deal with here. One, do you live in Wisconsin? Do you have to go to Wisconsin for purposes of residency or just your court stuff?
My mailing address, my residency, and my domicile are all registered at my mother's house. There was some unexplained events that I will not say out loud.
I don't know where your mother's house is, Mr. Peltola. In regard to bond, then condition on him signing a waiver of extradition, I'll allow him to go back and forth between Michigan and Wisconsin for residency, court appearances, meetings with his attorney.
The law is not a matter of belief, it is a matter of record. And today, the record stands.